What is the similarity between a movie and a research paper? Now, both a movie and a research paper has certain parts, and in this video, we'll see how they correlate with each other, starting with the name of a movie. Now, names of movies are selected in a way that the name itself shows the essence of the movie. For example, there is a movie of Leonardo DiCaprio. It's called Catch Me If You Can. Now, if you see the name itself, uh, kind of give you an idea of what the movie is going to be about. So essentially, there is a guy who is on the run, and then there is another party who is after that guy. In the very same way, the title of a research paper should provide the essence of the research being done. So if you put a more kind of meaningful title, it will enable the reader to directly grasp that what the paper is going to be about. Both the name of the movie and the title of a research paper has a certain impact. Number two is the trailer of a movie. So before a movie is released, the filmmakers they release uh, the trailer of the movie. Now, the trailer is something that gives you an idea of the movie, right? And the trailer is being made in such an attractive way that it attracts audience and more people turn up to watch the movie. The same is true for the abstract of a paper. So in the abstract, the very gist of the paper is given, and what we do is that we try to give a brief idea of what this paper is about so that the abstract is engaging and it makes the person to read the whole paper. Number three, the opening scene of a movie. Now, the opening scene of a movie is something that hooks the audience to make them to watch the entire movie. Now, you might have seen movies where the opening scene is so kind of engaging that, like for example, I there is a filmmaker, an Indian filmmaker, Rajkumar, and if you watch his movies, most of the movies start with a very strong hook. The same is true for research papers. So, in place of opening scene, research paper has what is called introduction. Now, what happens in the introduction part is that you try to present the research problem, you try to provide motivation for why this problem is important. But this is the place where we try to hook the reader and we try to connect the research that we have done to the reader so that the reader find value in it and the reader goes on and read the rest of research paper. Number four, the relevant movies. Now, when a movie is released, we already know that to what genre this movie belongs. We also can see that what kind of a film it is. Is it similar to other films? Is it going to be different to other films? In the very same way, we have what is called related work in a research paper. So, in the related work section, we provide information about the related papers, the one that we have conducted, and then we try to position the novelty of our own research, that how this research is similar or different from other related papers. Next, movie production. Now, how the movie was made, what kind of equipment were used, where the film was shot, and these kind of things become part of the film production. Now, if the equipment is good, if there is a lot of money being put into the movie, then obviously it gives you some kind of credibility that okay, this movie is gonna be a hit or is gonna be a miss. In the same way, we have what is called research methodology in a research paper. Now, it is more important in the context of a research paper. In a research methodology, what we do is that we mention how we collected data, what kind of data we have collected, how we have analyzed the data, and how we have reported the data. So, all these details, the background details, go into the research methodology section. Next, the different scenes of a movie. Now, this is where we see most of the events in the movie, the plot kicks in, and then we see scene by scene the whole of the movie. This is very much similar to the result section of a research paper, where the meat of research goes in that okay, what are the key findings of the research that we have conducted, and then we present it in using different kind of presentations like tables, graphs, figures, and so on and so Fourth, next is the critique of a movie. Now, when a movie is being made, then the team who made the movie, they can also give their opinion on the movie, what was good in the movie, what was not good in the movie. And similarly, outsiders as well, they can give opinion about the movie, that what was good in the movie, what was bad in the movie. Same is the example of the discussion section of a research paper. In the discussion section of a research paper, the authors reflect on the findings. What is good about these findings? What is not good about these findings? What are the implications of these findings? And how similar or dissimilar these findings are with respect to the previous findings. Closing scene. Now, in this part of a movie, the movie is being wrapped up. Okay, and essentially the movie finishes, and at the same time there is given some kind of glimpse of what a sequel of this movie might be looking like. In the very same way, we have conclusion section of a research paper. In the conclusion section, what happens is that we summarize the paper, and then we also put forward areas for future research. So I hope that this kind of analogy between a movie and a research paper, it would help you to understand the different parts of a research paper. And more so, it would be important for people who are just starters or who are starting their research. It would help them understand that what are the different parts of research paper and what we can expect or we need to put down in each part of a research paper.